Happy Children's Day and welcome to Discourse on Global Television. I am your host, Priscilla Obasi. Now, today's edition, of course, across our programs, we've brought to you a special broadcast from our children. So, Discourse is not going to be an exception. Today's edition is a special Children's Day takeover where children will be leading conversations. We will be discussing issues that affect young people in the society. Our topic today is, do children really have a voice in the society? Yeah, children are often told that they are the leaders of tomorrow, but many still feel unheard at home, in school, and even in the society. So today, we're asking difficult but important questions. Are children truly listened to? Do adults understand children? And what kind of society are we creating for the next generation? You'll get to meet my amazing hosts. Amazing again is the word. Just after this break, please don't go anywhere. Stay with us. Amazing guests, by the way. It's great to have you back. Before we went on that break, I told you that I won't be doing this alone. As a matter of fact, I have a co-host, we have a guest, and of course, it's Children's Day and they are children. Introduce yourself to us. With me is...
My name is Ibrahim Hawa Uyahaya. I am from SS1 in Treasure Kids High School.
And you?
And my name is Emedi Courage Ekong from Treasure Kids Montessori High School, currently in SS1.
Okay, amazing. It's so fantastic and great to have you. How do you feel?
I feel excited to be here.
Are you sure?
It's a pleasure, yes.
What does Children's Day mean to you?
It is a day set aside to celebrate children for who they are and what they're going to become.
Oh, interesting. How about you?
She just took the words out of my mouth.
Interesting. Okay, so you're saying it's a day set aside to celebrate children and what they want to become, right? Yeah. So we're focusing on what you want to become. I'm taking that out of your mouth right now, or out of her mouth right now. Okay, so children are often told they are the leaders of tomorrow, but many children still feel unheard at home, in society, in school, and all of that. So today we're asking difficult but important questions. Are children truly listened to? Do adults understand children? And what kind of society are we creating for the next generation? Okay, so over to you. Let me ask you my very first question. Do you ever feel unheard in the society?
Yes, at times, because people usually think children can't make decisions of their own. They could just, maybe they're just children, they can't think and act the way adults do. So most of the times, we feel unheard in the society.
Okay, so has there ever been a point, over to you, Emedion, right?
Yeah.
Has there ever been a point where you had a lot to offer, you had a lot to say, but you're not given the chance to say?
Well, yes, actually.
At what point, and how did you manage it? How did it make you feel?
I felt unheard and very little and unimportant. Like being unheard is painful.
It's painful. So can you paint that scenario where you knew you had a solution to a problem, but because you were a child, you overlooked. You were not listened to because people thought he didn't really have so much to offer because he's a child. Maybe you want to paint such a scenario to us.
Okay, that's it. Okay.
You want to say something?
No, he can say.
Okay.
I want to say like now, I'm making a decoration idea. I'm in charge of decoration. But because I'm still a child, but I have a great idea of a decoration, like beautiful flowers everywhere. But because I'm still too young, they'll think that no, it doesn't make sense. He's still a child. What can he think of? No, it is wrong. So
at those instances, did you try to push? Did you try to still, speak out, or did you pull back and say, "Let me just leave this scene. It's not my scene. Let the adults do their thing." What was your response?
the last one sometimes.
Well, I want to know the different times you had different responses and what inspired your responses. What kind of result did you also make from your response?
Most of my responses were all the same. I decided to pull back and sell to unfold. And when everything then comes out unfolding, they now find out that my idea was the right one. Instead of but I feel like it should be better to listen to the idea at first and reason it. Instead of quickly judging it and discriminating it.
Okay, how about you?
Well, most of the times when I feel unheard, I just sit, relax, and wait for everything to unfold. When everything unfolds and then I found out I'm right, I'll be like, I told you this, but you didn't listen.
Okay, so I want to get the responses you get from adults in such situations. So when you say to adults, I told you didn't listen, what kind of response do they give?
Just smile and walk away.
Nobody says sorry to you.
No.
Nobody says, oh, next time. I think we'll give you an ears.
Most of the times, they say next time. And I feel kind of happy because I knew I was right, but they didn't actually believe me. So it gives me this morale that, yes, you can do this, you can try better next time.
Okay, why do you think society often believes children are too young to contribute meaningfully to the society or to conversations? Why do you think so?
I think it's because adults underestimate children, not knowing that, like, children, they can think deeply and they also experience real-life emotions and challenges as well. They observe a lot. Children do that a lot, very well, for that matter.
You want to say something?
No.
Why do you think an adult, just imagine, I know you have, I don't know if you have younger siblings.
Yeah, I do.
Are there points where you feel, you yourself, because it's one thing to experience a thing, right? And sometimes you find yourself also doing that thing you've experienced. I want to believe that there are points where you have told your younger ones to keep quiet because you felt they were too small.
Yes.
So let us put you in the adult shoes right now. What do you think happens? Or why do you think adults underestimate children?
Well, I think adults underestimate children because of their level of thinking, their IQ. Most adults think children are too young to think, too young to speak or contribute to conversations. So, yeah.
Okay. So, over to you. Let's talk about the home first, because that is where every child's life begins, right? Do you think children feel emotionally safe enough to express themselves in many homes today?
Well, not always. Many children are afraid to express themselves in many homes today because they fear being punished, shouted at, or even being misunderstood or taken in the wrong way. So I believe that in order to make children feel more emotionally safe, parents should be more willing to listen and give their time to their children to understand them more.
parents need to listen more and give time to their children. That's profound. You want to say something about that? Okay, so what happens when children grow up in environments where they are never allowed to speak? What do you think is the side effect? Have you found yourself in that space and, you're reacting, maybe negatively, maybe positively to such situations?
I think children, they mostly become fearful, withdrawn, or even get scared. They can't be able to express themselves confidently later in life.
Later in life, you might want to buttress more on that.
Right. If you grow in a home where you are discriminated, because you're a child, people think that you can't do this, you can't do that. When you later grow up and you're used to that kind of environment, when you grow up and then you might have good intentions or good ideas. So you just have that feeling in mind. Because I grew up in this space, they always tell me that I am too young, I don't have the level of IQ to speak. So you mostly feel scared to talk in people, to engage in conversations.
So, yeah, I kind of agree with you. So next, and if you saw a child today that has gone through that, let's imagine you in an adult body right now. What would you say to that child?
I would like to encourage the child and tell the child that you can do this. Do not let what happened to you in the past get to you. In life, there are many opportunities. It's only when someone dies that you say there are no more opportunities. But once there is life, there is hope.
And what would you say to that parent that constantly makes a child feel unsafe in their environment, maybe at home?
Well, I'll say that the parents should just calm down, not overreact, just slowly think and process the entire situation. Once you process the entire situation, you will know how everything happened and unfolded. And that gives a clearer idea of the entire picture or scenario.
How things unfolded? Please make it clearer.
Let's say a child got into a fight and they now reported to the principal. Instead of immediately judging the child, you should first realize and think, would he just start the fight for no reason? Or was there another cause behind it?
Okay. Do you think some adults confuse respect with silence?
Yes. Many children are often taught, yes. Because many children are often taught that respect means not even saying anything, not even giving an opinion, even though you say it respectfully. But I still believe children could express themselves politely and still be heard around in the society.
So what's your definition of respect?
When I say respect, my own definition of respect is to honor someone of high authority, to show honor and not respect. I'm still using the word. Yeah. So it's just to honor someone of high authority and show them that yes, they have higher experience than you, but in a certain way.
Okay. As we continue this Children's Day special broadcast discussion on whether children's voice truly matter in the society, let's look at schools. Now, do you think schools create room for children to express ideas, creativity, and opinions?
Yes, I do. Schools try, but some schools try to do that. But some children feel that school is just mostly about education, monitoring, and obeying instructions instead of thinking independently.
Can you explain that?
All right. Most schools try to make children's activity to be more fun, exciting, while some other schools just, I won't say...
Make it about memorization.
Yes. Okay. Some schools just make it that school is just meant for you to get education and that is all. While some other schools try to make sure that you get education, you have fun, and you're not traumatized, because some people see school... I've met someone that told me that school traumatized her because all she goes to do there is just read, come back, and write exams almost all the time.
What's your definition of a balanced school? The ideal school? What a school should be like?
A school should be a moral place where you could get education, have fun, meet others, and express yourselves. Because there are many people that can't express themselves at home, but when you walk into a louder society where you meet others, you can meet your kind, some that are different from you, you will be able to express yourself, give them ideas, and...
Okay, let's hear from Emmett Young. What's your definition of balanced school, the right school?
The right and balanced school. Well, I would say the right and balanced school will be a school that, well, is both interactive but also fun. A strict and free school. Because sometimes there are some certain students that don't grab things easily. There are different types of students. The ones that learn, who understand through teacher explanation, those who have to read, or those who need others to break it down too much. So I believe that a balanced school is one that breaks things down, helps children understand deeply, and not only about fun, academics. There are also times that you should be free and have some little fun. That's why, like graduation parties, it's called a party for a reason, to have fun.
As you want to have more parties in school.
No. Sometimes a school should also be balanced. They should know how to moderate things. They should put fun at a certain time and seriousness at a certain time. So they should be like 50-50 equal to make 100%.
Because if you were to change one thing in schools in Nigeria, what would that be?
If I was to change something in schools in Nigeria, what it would be, I'll make a change that school doesn't have to be mainly for gaining education. It has to be a space where people could express themselves more.
So you just want to go to school and express yourself?
No, you could have education, but like to express yourself more, let the society know what you're made of.
Oh.
You want to talk about it?
No, there's something I wanted to say.
Okay, please go ahead.
I believe that if it were me, I would have just added communication skills, emotional intelligence, leadership, confidence, and even problem-solving skills, which can help a child later in future.
Okay, have you ever noticed that some students are brilliant, but they are afraid to speak up in class, in line with your topic?
Yes.
Your suggestion. What do you think may be the reason? That very bright student, when you go to them in secret, they're able to solve all the math problems for you.
Yes.
But they just want to always stay in their space, their corner, they don't like to interact.
Box themselves.
What do you think? Have you ever been curious to ask, what might be the problem?
I have.
Yeah,
Okay.
most of them.
Okay.
Most of them feel that maybe they're not good enough, but they know they're brilliant. They feel they're not good enough. They fear being laughed at in class. What if I stand up? I know the answer. What if I stand up and give the answer and then I'm wrong? Will people laugh at me? Will I get shouted at? Would I be beaten?
I'm talking of those people that they know everybody knows that they're the brilliant ones.
Right.
Yes, but they still have this stage fright in presence of people.
How can I be so intelligent and I have stage fright? What could be the reason?
The fear of harsh corrections and embarrassment. Because there are some people who believe that they are just not good enough. Some people have been bullied to that extent, actually. Actually, if not for bullies, some students would have actually been expressing themselves clearly and beautifully in class. For some, they have been forced and traumatized. Some of them, sometimes their parents, they actually tell them the wrong things most times. I won't lie.
Their parents, it boils down to parenting at the end of the day, right?
Most times.
A lot of people say charity begins at home.
Yes.
Do you agree? Do you think your parents have more influence than your teachers, or your school has more influence?
Yes.
Who has more influence?
I believe the
Parents
family unit, actually.
Yes.
Parents or teachers?
Parents.
But the child spends more time in school.
Well, I've tried.
Because look at it, let's do the math. You go to school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Thursday,
Friday.
Friday.
You stay at home Saturday and Sunday. You go to school from, let's say, 7:30 to, let's say, 4 p.m. 3? What time do you close school?
3.
3 p.m.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Right? That's like 9 hours.
9 hours.
You go to, when you come back from school by 3, let's say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you're going to bed. You stay 5 hours. Maybe do your home fun, school activities again. You're doing your home fun and all of that.
Projects.
And then when you're done, you go to bed and then you sleep 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe 6 o'clock you wake up. Or do you wake up by 7?
6. 5.
Oh, 5. Interesting. So you're left with 5 hours to stay at home in a day. Of that 5 hours, you're going to do your home fun. You're going to do your project. So school majorly takes your time more. And maybe except for holidays, when like public holidays like this, midterm, which comes just
Once.
let's say, ready. It's seldom, right?
Yeah.
So you have max 1 week midterm, because I know schools now do 1 week midterm. During our days, it was just 2 days max, sometimes even 1 day. But now I hear that Abuja schools do 1 full week for midterm. That's so much enjoyment. But you do 1 week, right? And maybe holidays, you have max 1 month, right? So let's say 1 week plus 1 month. That's like 1 month, 1 week. In how many terms? How many months make a term?
3 months.
3 months. You stay 3 months in. You go 1 month out. 1 month, 1 week out. 3 months in. 1 month, 1 week out. Can you see the maths? Is it math Martin? So how do you say? Why? Convince me as to why you say your parents have more influence than your teachers.
Well, because every form of life starts from the parental unit, and also the parents, even before the child starts going to school, they teach them lots of things: how to walk, how to talk, most of the things. Even most of the moral lessons they learn are actually from the home, because most times there are some things teachers don't teach that parents teach. They teach a lot of moral values. There are even some teachers in school that divert students the wrong way, actually. But parents are actually there. They are the guardians who hold children's hands to the future.
Okay. So you say, basically, you say, no, I listen to my parents more. How about you?
Kind of. So to defend what he said, most of the times, the main reason why I said children have more influence with their parents is because, a child's life begins from home, from childhood. You stay with your parents maybe till 3 years before getting to school. So it's not everything that school teaches you. Like within the week, there was something that happened in my house. So my dad asked me to do something, but then I did it the wrong way. And then he showed me. He was like, you see, it's not everything that school shows you. I just taught you moral lesson right now.
Yes.
I just taught you something that I don't think it will come up in school. So most of the times, when you do something in school, you get back home, your parents have more understanding, more ideas that will put you through to what you did. Most of the times, they say school is for learning, but it's not everything that school will teach you.
Okay, so I want you to tell me why. One important, or maybe if you have more, important reasons why you think children must. Are you saying children must be heard, or it should be heard? Give me your reasons.
Okay, because one of the reasons I believe children must be heard is because...
So you're going with must?
Yes, they must be heard.
Okay.
Children are human beings too.
Okay. Okay.
So,
all right.
Okay, because most times there are some decisions taken by the parents which can affect a child's life dearly. Because as most times children should be involved in the decision making of their life, because it's the child's life and not the parents, or not even the schools. The parents and schools are just a medium of guidance to the child. But the child is the one who knows his strengths and weaknesses. He knows himself inside out perfectly. So I believe that children should be able to make their own decisions and must be heard by their parents and even the society at large too. Even possibly the world.
You want to say something? Okay. You're okay.
Yeah.
You've been heard enough.
Yes.
That's it. Okay. Okay, so do you think, and this is the last one before we go on a short break, and then we'll join other voices, right? It's Children's Day. So do you think listening to children can actually help families and society become better?
Yes.
Why?
Because children have a level of IQ. They think they are problem solvers. A child can see a problem, analyze it, and then find a solution. Even if the solution doesn't really suit the problem, but at least there is something that the child sees. And most of the times, adults don't see what a child sees. Adults see challenges and other things. So we mostly need to be heard. Yeah.
Okay, you mostly need to be heard because you also have an IQ.
Yeah.
You want to say something?
Yeah, because it's actually a proven fact that children have a very high IQ and very adaptable brain that can learn things way faster than adults.
Is it all children that have a very high IQ? I disagree. As an adult, I disagree. Okay, but I understand your point of view. Before we go,
Because children see things more differently from adults.
Yeah.
There's this innocence in a child that can analyze things way differently from adults.
The fact that they can analyze different doesn't mean that they know more than the adults.
Yeah, it's not what.
No,
Okay,
but
they just want to see different,
Yes.
differently. So you should listen to their different
Yes,
perspectives.
because they are different, and the different opinions can differ. The difference from the opinions, like a parent might see this thing as wrong. A child will say no. Okay, let's say you have color blue. A child will say no, this is color red.
Why?
Yeah,
How can color
why?
B become color red all of a sudden?
I don't know. It's because there are some children that use their imaginations to see things in different perspectives.
Wow,
That's what I'm trying to say.
that has to be the spiritual. Thank you. Okay, I want to give one opportunity before we go. What is that thing that you want to say to adults today? You have one chance, or forever remain silent.
Okay, I'll say, please, adults, please. Just give time to children. Analyze, listen. Don't quickly overreact. Please give them a chance to speak.
Okay.
Please.
Please, adults, do not underestimate children because of their level of IQ, because maybe they're too young to think or to speak, because that's what most people think. Children can't speak, they can't think.
Okay, thank you very much to my amazing guests, co-hosts, whatever you want to call them. Today is their day. They are the VIPs of today. So I want to say thank you for coming. We'll go on a quick bit right now. When we return, we'll be joined by another set of brilliant charms. Happy Children's Day once again, and please don't go anywhere. It's good to have you back. It is an interesting day, a memorable one on global television, and of course for me, because I like to say I am a child, I am somebody's child. So today we're having so much fun. Today is a reminder that every adult was once a child. You need to be a child once in 365 days because this adulthood thing is not funny. And that's why we're having this with amazing champs. So I'm going to be handing over now officially, right, on the program to another set of wonderful, amazing, intelligent. Having conversations with children just makes you feel or ask yourself, why have you not given them a voice all this while? Because sometimes we want to underestimate them. We just feel, oh, I've gone through the hard phases of life as an adult, so I need to guide you. But like one of my amazing guests said, children always have their own color. They bring their spark, they bring their own angle to things, and if you can be more open to them as an adult, I think the world will be a better place. Yeah, we are too serious. So let's take our time today to enjoy the leaders of tomorrow. As a matter of fact, today, the leaders of today, because if you don't know where you're coming from, if you don't know your today, you probably will not know what tomorrow holds for you. So on this note, we take a quick break again. I want to implore our viewers to please stay tuned as we will be hearing next from amazing champs from Lexington International School. Please stay with us.
It's good to have you back. Today is a very special Children's Day edition, and I promise you are going to enjoy this conversation because it is different, refreshing, and deeply insightful. In today's edition, children are not just being celebrated, they are bringing their voices into national conversations. We are discussing something very important: children, citizenship, and the future of Nigeria, understanding civic responsibility ahead of the 2027 elections. Now, this may sound like a serious national topic, but we are going to break it down from the perspective of children, how we see society, leadership, and our future as young citizens. Because even though we are young, we are still part of this country, and what happens in Nigeria affects our education, our safety, our dreams, and our future. And today, we are bringing those perspectives into the table. Joining me today are two amazing student guests. Please introduce yourselves.
My name is Alexander Kawas.
And my name is James Laffin. And my name is Isha Kutekila. As we begin this special Children's Day edition of Discourse, let me start with this question. What does it mean to you to be a citizen of Nigeria, Mr. Kawas?
To be a citizen of Nigeria means to legally participate in what is happening in the country and also enjoying the rights, privileges, responsibility of what comes with the membership. Okay,
thank you very much, Mr. Kawas. And as we continue our discussion on children, citizenship, and the future of Nigeria ahead of the 2027 elections, do you think children are also citizens in the full sense of the word, or are they just dependents of society, Mr. Laffin James?
Yes, indeed. Children are citizens, but their citizenship is understood as developing or incomplete in sense of social or political terms.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Laffin James. What responsibilities do you think children already have as citizens today, Mr. Kawas?
Children may not have the full responsibility like adults do, but they have responsibilities within the community, the society, and the families, like responsibilities like obeying rules and laws, respecting others, and also learning and developing themselves and so on.
Okay, thank you very much. Do you think children should only obey rules, or should they also be allowed to express opinions about society in a respectful way, Mr. Laffin James?
Please repeat the question.
Okay, Mr. Do you think children should only obey rules, or should they also be allowed to express opinions about society in a respectful way?
Yes, I think children should obey the rules because that's one of the basic responsibilities as a child. They should obey the rules, but also they should also get the chance to express themselves when there's dissatisfaction about the rules or laws.
Okay, thank you for that very answer. Now let's move into something very important: elections. As we continue this Children's Day special conversation on children, citizenship, and the future ahead of the 2027 election, what comes to your mind when you hear the word election, Mr. Kawas?
When I heard the word elections, so many things comes to my mind, like choices, people deciding on leadership or important matters, and voting, the process of casting ballots to express preferences or power and leadership, giving power to who is going to handle the authority or take decisions for the people.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr.
Attention, Nigeria! Something big is about to happen on global television. Something's about to happen on global television. A platform known for powerful conversations, breaking news, and national conversations that shape society.
But this time is different.
It's Children's Day! Yay!
27th of May, children will be taking over your screen for one special broadcast.
Oh yes, this Children's Day, we are running the show.
From news to sports to national discussions, children will lead conversations.
Because we're not too young to think, we're not too young to speak, and of course, not too young to lead conversations.
So, tune into Global Television's Children's Special broadcast on 27th May. It promises to be exciting, emotional, funny, powerful, all at the same time. And who knows, you may just hear something you're not expecting from your children. I mean, something positive. Tune in.
Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times 276. You can also follow us on our social media platforms at Global TVNG.
Welcome back. Why do you think elections are important in any country, Mr. Kawas?
Elections are important in a country because it gives the people voices to bring who they want to be their representative and authority.
Okay, thank you very much. How do leadership decisions in government affect children directly in schools, homes, and communities, Mr. Lafin?
Okay, for instance, if a country has a good president now, he would focus on areas like education, and if the leader actually really cares about education, educational facilities will be more available, especially in rural areas where education is needed most. And if the leader cares really well about the health, if he pays large attention to the health aspect, health care services will be available either to the poor or to the rich, no matter your social status.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lafin. Now, a very interesting question for you, Mr. Kawas. If children were allowed to vote, what are some of the issues you think they would care about most?
If children were allowed to vote, most of them we go for what affects their daily life, the safety, happiness. Some will vote for schools or new classrooms, well-functioning laboratory, proper desks, equipped classroom, and some, of course, family welfare, reducing poverty, healthcare and security, and electricity problems.
Okay, thank you very much. What kind of leaders do children want to see in Nigeria in the future, Mr. Lafin?
I think people would really like to see good leaders. Leaders that actually help. Leaders that they don't do promise or fail. Leaders that keep to their word. Because most children do not like it when you promise them something and then you just forget about it or you don't fulfill your promise. Most children don't like that kind of thing.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Lafin. Let's bring this closer to education. As we continue discussing children, citizenship, and civic responsibility ahead of the 2027 elections, do you think civic education in schools is enough for children to truly understand how Nigeria works, Mr. Kawas?
Civic education is important, but by itself, it's not enough, Some civic education teach valuable basics like citizenship, leadership, national value, government structure. But to teach real-life practices, you have to bring real-life applications like some children learn all these things through social medias, community talks, family discussion, religious interface. And for civic education to be more effective, they need to bring practical development and critical thinkings and not just memorizations.
Okay, thank you very much. What do you think is missing now in how children are taught about leadership and society, Mr. Lafin?
I feel like what is missing is practical. Like, what kind of child does not like having practicals? From my own opinion, I feel like all schools should adopt the student council system where it replicates where students can make decisions that actually affect the school so that they will know what it feels like to be out there in the real world making decisions that affect a wide space of people.
Okay, thank you very much. Do you think children today are aware of how national decisions affect their daily lives, Mr. Kawas?
Yes. Students are aware of how these affect the daily life, mostly because of the increased access to internet, the poverties, lack of proper schools, equipment, sometimes dirty waters, and students in rural areas usually it's more effective of them because no classroom, stuff like that, no food, people starve, and
Thank you very much. How do you think schools or media like television can help children better understand civic responsibility?
I feel like children should be exposed to all these educational content. Like, we shouldn't be sticking to all those boring textbooks, because most people don't like that. Most people actually prefer that, but we should implement the cartoon aspects of things into our education to make it more fun for children, because when it's fun, they understand better. Like, they easily understand a game more than like they understand other stuff. So if you make it fun like a game or a cartoon, they would understand it very well.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Lafin. As we continue this Children's Day edition of Discourse, let's talk about the future. What kind of Nigeria do you personally want to see when you become adults?
No, when I become an adult, I would want to see hard work being rewarded, corruption being reduced, poverty being overthrown, and citizenship who would be proud to say, I'm a Nigerian, not just say, oh God, look at this country, but we're suffering now. I want to see a country that other countries will be looking up to, that when they hear the name Nigeria, will be like, oh, this country is a good country, they're known for this, they're known for that, and countries like that.
Thank you very much. If you could speak directly to future leaders of Nigeria, let's have a quick break.
Attention, Nigeria! Something big is about to happen on global television.
Something's about to happen on global television. A platform known for powerful conversations, breaking news, and national conversations that shape society. But this time is different.
It's Children's Day! Yay!
27th of May, children will be taking over your screen for one special broadcast.
Oh yes, this Children's Day, we are running the show.
From news to sports to national discussions, children will lead conversations.
Because we're not too young to think, we're not too young to speak, and of course, not too young to lead conversations.
So, tune into Global Television's Children's Special Broadcast on 27th May. It promises to be exciting, emotional, funny, powerful, all at the same time. And who knows, you may just hear something you're not expecting from your children. I mean, something positive. Tune in.
Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times 276. You can also follow us on our social media platforms at Global TVNG.
Welcome back. If you could speak directly to future leaders of Nigeria, what do you want to tell them, Mr. Kawas?
If I could speak directly to future leaders, I would want to tell them that remember that leadership is not all about power, title, or personal success. It is about you taking responsibility for millions of lives and future. I tell them to invest deeply in education, healthcare, job opportunity, because these things shapes the future more than speeches can do. And I will tell them to be a good listening leader, because the citizen wants someone who will listen to them and adhere to that situation.
Thank you very much. What is one major change you believe would make life better for Nigeria?
Honestly speaking, I feel like security could be better. Like, right now, we are living in a Nigeria where everyone has to constantly look around them to make sure no one's following them, to make sure that they are safe. But me, honestly, I don't like that kind of Nigeria. It makes life harder for me. So, yeah, security will be the best thing right now.
Thank you very much. Let's end with something light and fun. If you became president for just one day, what do you like to do for Nigeria?
If I become president for just one day, I would like to make every child feel so happy, safe, and the connection. I will, first of all, make schools like repair classroom, fund the laboratory equipment, and of course in this society, I want safer streets, constant electricity, a society where adults and teenagers do not have clashes, and also environmental safety.
Okay, what about you, Mr. Lafi?
Yeah, I solidly agree with him. I would like in Nigeria where classes are engaging and fun, where teachers and students don't constantly get in fights and things like that.
Okay, very well. So now, today's conversation has shown us something very important, that children are not too young to think, to understand, or to contribute to national conversations. As we prepare for the future of Nigeria and look ahead to the 2027 elections, one thing is clear. Children are already observing, learning, and forming opinions about society, and those voices matter. Thank you for joining us on this special Children's Day edition of Discourse on Global Television. Happy Children's Day to every child watching across Nigeria. And remember, your voice matters even now. Thank you.